Use out. Quick sound check. That sounds awful, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not playing with my audio now. I sound rough as well. But what I'm doing today is I'm going to create code for how to change the color tint on your camera and how to look at other tracks code, the code of other tracks. The words were there just in the wrong order. So straight into the editor, and hopefully this stream will be over before people start coming in. Let's find an area. Yeah, we'll do. Hiya Beth, how you doing, love? We're still not married again, we're still divorced. Just throwing that out there. There somewhere. It's only a real quick stream to do some code. I really need that menu to disappear. Good, 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 good. Oh, first things first, let's get rid of that bike. I'll go on a mantis. Make sure I can get to the finish line. Or, well, a good distance. Wherever it is. That'll do. There's a start gun. There it is. Now, as you may or may not know, our good friend Chad is building a track, and it's a green one. I suggested, why not build a track that has like different lighting as you go along? Now, I don't know if he'll do it with this one he's working on or potentially a future build, but I'm going to do the code for him in layman's terms as possible. So when I put it on YouTube, everyone can follow along. So the first thing we need is a trigger, and we're just going to use an area trigger for this. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than that so we can see what it is and where it is. With every event, you need a trigger. So this is going to be the trigger. Snake Master, how are you, sir? Long time no see. I hope you're well and shitting regularly. Yeah, so you got the trigger. Then we're going to need an event, and that event is going to be a state event to turn things on and off. Now this is going to turn on things. We also need some set events so we can set some stuff. So that's going to be this one. We need 3 of those: red, green, and blue. We're going to need some variable data sources. So let's go along to data source. We need 1 for each of these. We're going to need, God, my brain, what are we going to need? Vector object info? Yes. Well, just a vector, really. That. And that is pretty much it for the code. We do need to set these to 255. The 255 is through logic of the color system. And most things really, when you're setting a color, it goes from 0 to 255. Inclusive, it's 256 stages because 0 is a stage. So, there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll delete that, and copy this twice because that's already set at 255. We'll do the same with these as well. So, put this to 255. which is there. Oh, need to copy that. So we've got 3 of those. Now we need to hook it all up. So what happens is when the rider hits the trigger is going to send an impulse. And on hit, it's going to state event. This is going to turn events on. So this, by default, needs to be off because we're using something else to turn it on. And we also need to power them. So we've got power going to that. Power going to that. And power going to that. So when you hit that, you got your power line going all the way through. But power is not enough. We need to hit select targets as well. So we target all of those 3. Boom, 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 boom. So you're triggering it to turn something on and it's turning those on. But these don't know what to set, what object to set or variable to set. But that's those 3 down here. So we get the value from that. Oh God, hold on, done that wrong. That is setting that one. This is setting that one. And this is setting that one. So they're all setting those, but it's really got no info still on what is being set. So we're just going to group them all together in one. We got your X, Y, and Z. So we get our X, which is going to be our red, our Y, which is going to be our green, and our Z, which is going to be our blue. So we're setting the colour, but we don't know what to set in the colour of. We're setting the colour of the camera, and the camera is here. So if we go to visual settings and color tint, you'll see here we can change the color tint of the camera. And on the bottom of the screen it says pick value object. So if I pick a value object and I select this, what's going to happen is when I go over that, it's going to set it all of these to 255. Now 255 is a default. So when I go over it, it's not going to do anything because we've already got the default colors there. So what do we need to do? We need to change the colors. And we do that by changing the red, the green, and the blue. I'll tell you what we're going to do as well. We're just going to label this slightly. So let us just get one of these. Now, it can be any event really, but what we want to do is push up, go to extract function, and the functions you can rename. So I am going to rename this to, oh, where's my mouse gone? To red. Copy that. Rename this to green. And we're going to rename this, oh, the B for blue. And I noticed I resized that. Let's set that back to default. So we've got a red, green, and a blue. And these are just, they're not doing anything. They're just notes, comments, if you will. So what color do we want? Someone give me a color. Any color. Throw it in chat. You want pink? God, that's just awkward. So set it to pink. Basically, we need no green and no blue. We want red, but not as much of it as we wish. So let's just half of what was there, which will take us down to 127.5. We'll do it as 127. Yep. Okay. And all being well, I'll probably balls this up, but all being well, when I go over this, well, it's red still. But it is working, you can see that. Let us try. Actually, is this just doing a 0 and a 1? I want to find out for a moment. No, it's not. Good, 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 good. But it isn't setting the brightness. Actually, teal. You want a teal. We can do teal. So we want 0 red. Do 255 there, which is on the green. And 255 here. Come on. Which is on the blue. So in theory, and my theories aren't always the best. Boom. Kind of tealish. Kind of. But to make this a bit more pretty, when you're going over it, it snaps to that colour. You can see that. And that's just not great for effects. So, is it in this one? We want to interpolate. We'll take the interpolation speed to, hold on. I don't know which way this works. So we're going to take them all the way up to full. I may have this the wrong way round. So, I have got it the wrong way round. We'll get that, that, and just, we'll put it as, what's the default? 10. Let's have a look at the default, see what that does. It goes in slowly, doesn't snap to it anymore. What we could do, if we put the maximum steps up to 500, say, take this down to, I'm not sure if 0 works or not. How high does that go? Let's have a look at the linear, see how that works. No, that's instant. Do interpolation. Let's just put it at the speed of 1. Damped spring. I don't think that's supposed to be in this. There you go, you got a nice smooth transition. Boom. Right, okay. So, the thing is, we've got a problem now. Because if we get this, 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 and this, just move them over. And we'll do this one purple. A nice purple. I'll show you what the problem is now. If we're thinking ahead and things. So we want red and blue for purple, no green. So we've gone through that one, which is taken us to teal. We'll go through this one, which will take us to purple. Actually, that's more pink than purple. It's what you were after earlier, isn't it? But, oh God, I forgot to show the bug what I was going to show. Right, there's a green. There's a purple, or supposedly purple. If we start going back into the green area or teal area, it's not working. So what we need to do is get this to reset. So simply, we need to turn it on. So after we hit this one here, and we get our turn on event and go to there with it, if we test, in theory, that's done its job. That's done its job, but it's also turned on the thing behind us again. So if we go back, that's done its job. But we haven't turned this one on again. So we're still in the green. So we need to fire this to turn on. And we'll just do that by this one. So step by step. We got green, purple, supposedly purple, green, purple, and we're working. There we go. And from there, we could, if we chose, do this infinite number of times. We're switching things on and off. All we've got to do though is for each state event is having it going to the other triggers either side of it. So we don't need to trigger that with that one, but we do with that and that. And that and that. And just to make sure we're working, we'll do this one as just blue. Make things simple. We'll do this one as just red. There's a teal, the so-called purple. What was that? Blue, red, as you go through the track. And because I've switched the previous ones on from the other hitboxes, they'll work backwards as well. And they should work in an infinite loop. So there we go.